Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
What's going on, everybody? Crispy Bacon here, and welcome to Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am here with Dragon Viper. How you doing, Dragon Viper?
Doing good. How are you, Chris?
I am doing good. It's another week of WWE Raw and SmackDown leading up to the Royal Rumble. Before we head into Raw this past week, there's been a little development with Morgan, who had what was it? Marijuana possession, I believe it was. There's been stories, circulating about that. Have you heard any more on that, or?
No, I haven't. The only thing I know is that the fact that she was arrested, that she went and because she was driving under the influence, she was crossing too many lines on the road, and so the cops pulled her over, found that stuff on her. She was under the influence, and then she got arrested, and she has court, and I think I saw in February, and has a fine to pay.
I know she is able to return at some point. It sounds like that WWE is still in close connection, with her. Everything seems to be okay as far as the relationship with that goes. So it just depends on what they want her to do, if she's going to appear at the Rumble in January. It just depends, and I know Endeavor's kind of the new, I won't say ownership, but new head person in the area. So it really depends on what they think of it.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard anything updated lately.
I haven't either, but we'll keep track on it. And then yesterday on Raw, we saw a couple title matches, 2 title matches in the tag team department on the men's side and the women's side. And then you had the Intercontinental Championship between The Miz and Gunther, with a little stipulation tied into that. But let's start with the main event, the men's tag team title match. You had Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest going up against the Creed brothers. We were talking backstage. You saw something that maybe it didn't seem right.
Yeah. For one, Christy's trying to get in here, so I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you. I didn't hear the.
There you go.
Thing. Sorry about that.
I'm here.
How you doing, Christy?
Yeah, there was a mess up with that men's tag team match. And I noticed it last night, first time around, and then I was like, no way. And then they did a replay, and I noticed it the second time around. No, when I think it was Damian Priest had pinned one of the Creed brothers, and as the referee was coming down for a 3 count, the guy put his shoulder up, but the ref didn't pay attention. So, yeah, that was another mistake by a referee. Just after the last one recently. So, yeah, I don't know if what they're gonna do with that, but they actually were supposed to kick out from, I assume.
Yeah, I'm thinking a rematch.
What do you think?
They got a demand for one, I think.
Huh? What do you think of the outcome of it?
Well, I enjoyed the outcome. I love the outcome of it, and I like Judgment Day. So, I mean, I absolutely had no problem, even with the referee messing up. but I enjoyed the fact Judgment Day still won because these titles are switching hands way too fast, unlike the titles that need to be switched once in a while.
Yeah, including one in particular that we know
Christy?
of. It was a good tag team match. I was disappointed that the Creeds didn't win because they have been white hot lately, and this would have been a nice continuation of the downfall of Judgment Day. You already had Dominic lose the North American title at NXT Deadline. This just seemed like this would be the next step, having Balor and Priest lose the tag team titles. I mean, Priest still has the Money in the Bank briefcase. But I think
But
the
for
Creed
how
brothers
long?
are. Yeah, that's what I want to know. For how long? But I think the Creed brothers are going to get I think they're going to get a rematch soon.
I think so too. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
WWE is planning, I wouldn't say pay-per-views, but pay-per-view like shows for their, the
Mhm.
first of the year.
Yep. Day one.
Not the first.
I think it's
Yeah,
in
day
the
one.
hometown of a certain friend of Coast to Coast. Dominic
And,
Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio.
You just have to do it, don't you?
yeah.
I have to. Yeah. Might as well.
And then I think SmackDown's having their version of New Year's
Yeah.
Revolution.
I think so.
So, that should be fun. I think the day one special would be
Yeah.
good for the Creed brothers.
That would be, I
And
think,
then
perfect for them.
I think so too. And then on
Yeah.
the women's side, you had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, I guess, defending their title against Katana.
Katana. Let's just call her
Yeah.
by her actual name, Casey Catanzaro.
Yeah.
And Caden Carter.
Yeah. And then Chelsea Green and Piper Niven lost their titles. What did you guys think of the match? Christy, will start first.
That wasn't bad. Not a bad match. I'm happy for Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro because they are an actual tag team. That's how they started in NXT and really worked their way up. They were NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. I think thanks to Triple H being in charge, they got that opportunity and they took advantage of it. And time to party.
Right. Dragon
Yeah.
Viper?
I don't know what to think about it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Chelsea Green and Piper Niven lost the titles. In my opinion, I think it's because if I remember correctly, I don't think they've actually even really wrestled as a tag team.
No.
Since they received those titles.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not. They didn't have any matches together. They didn't. There was nothing there. I think they were just pretty much there to hold the titles for a team that deserved it. So
yeah. Well, you also got to think about it. When Chelsea Green won those, Piper Niven was not her original partner when she won those titles. It was Sonya Deville was until Sonya unfortunately got hurt, and I think Piper became a part of it because there was really nothing for her to do.
So I think it was
Chelsea, and there you go.
I just think it was just those two holding the belts until they could get an actual tag team in there to win the belts off of them. So
and they got it.
They did, and I'm glad for him. Let's just hope that they're not cursed. Anybody, any women's tag team that has it seems to go down with injury. One partner after another.
I'm just praying nothing happens to Casey and Caden. That's for sure.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a curse, but
no, I don't think so. I just think it's just shared. It's just bad luck, really. It's a coincidence. It's definitely a coincidence.
Not like the Madden cover where every athlete on there seems to get injured or anything.
Oh my goodness.
And then you had the Intercontinental Championship match.
Oh my God.
Between The Miz and Gunther. Although for The Miz, if he didn't win, which he didn't, he cannot challenge for the Intercontinental Championship again as long as Gunther has it. It was a good match overall.
It was.
Dragon Viper, what's your thoughts on the match?
Oh, another Gunther and Miz match.
There's only been 2 of them before this.
Yeah.
I,
First one was excellent.
yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I don't like the 2 anyway. I don't really like they're not in my opinion, and I know Ace would like disagree with me on this.
Mhm.
In my opinion, they're not the strongest wrestlers. And they're
different.
not the greatest. They're good. They're good, but they're not
Mhm.
the greatest.
Right.
So putting them in another match probably should have waited just for pay-per-view for the Intercontinental title instead of doing it
Probably.
on Raw. I just think it was airtime filler at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that, Christy.
Yeah, I hate the fact that The Miz can't challenge for this title ever again as long as Gunther has it. And I agree with Dragon Viper. What was the point of having this title match on a episode of Raw as opposed to say the day one episode they're gonna have a couple of weeks, I think? Or why not wait until the Royal Rumble? It
Well,
didn't make sense.
to have stakes like that, I mean,
Yeah.
Intercontinental title or Miz, not being able to go for the title again while Gunther's champion, those are kind of high stakes there. Why?
Very, very high stakes.
So yeah, exactly. So why have it on Raw?
Yeah, it just makes me wonder who is the next person to step up to Gunther, who's actually going to beat him, because I feel like he's just run over practically everybody that has stepped up to him. I've
He'll
heard
be
this name. Yeah,
he'll be
but here's
somebody
one.
unexpected.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I've heard one name floating around. This was just a question posted on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. How would you guys feel about Jey Uso challenging Gunther for the Intercontinental title?
I would like
That'd be a good choice.
that, but
That'd be
I
cool.
don't think he would win.
I think it would be a good choice for him because honestly, I don't really think he'd be a successful tag team unless it is with his brother.
He did do a nice job with Cody, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, but I see him going for singles title, and right now, I believe he's mid card. He the Intercontinental title is the best thing for him right now.
Okay.
Or if he gets redrafted at some point, maybe the U.S. title.
Maybe.
If he gets redrafted. I don't know.
Yeah, but right now the U.S. title is on SmackDown. And I think it would be a good idea for Jey to go up against Gunther for the IC title. Maybe he might be the one to actually do it. I don't know. It would be interesting to see him as with a singles title reign. It'd be interesting.
I personally think that for WrestleMania, he's gonna go up against his brother.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's already planned out. But wouldn't it be interesting if he went up against his brother as the Intercontinental Champion?
Make his brother a little jealous.
Yes, exactly. That's the whole thing. Jay showing his brother, see, I can win a tag title without you. I can win a singles title without you. I don't need you.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, they're twins, but they're completely different people.
And this is what they wanted before they retired or
they
away.
wanted to have success as singles competitors, and they also wanted to have a match against each other.
Yeah,
that's what they both want. That's what they've each wanted. So then I think they're each going to get what they asked for.
I think so too. And then
cool though.
Over on SmackDown, we know a couple weeks ago, Randy Orton returned.
Daddy's back.
And then this past week or two, we saw AJ Styles return.
Oh my God.
And
did you see him?
It looks like he turned on
LA Knight.
On somebody.
Yeah, it's LA Knight. He whacked LA Knight while he looked like the Incredible Hulk. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, he did.
So jacked.
What's your thoughts on his return? And did he turn heel?
Besides the
So
fact
I
he
kind of
came
think
back looking, yeah, I think he's always been kind of heelish, sort of. And like I said, he came back looking completely jacked. I thought, oh my God, who is this guy? AJ Styles or the Incredible Hulk? Who is he? That's
Well,
what I
so did
thought.
Orton.
He's so Orton. I mean, he's like, oh my God, he's jacked.
he was.
Yeah, he's really these guys really were busting their chops in the gym, that's for sure. But I've always seen AJ's kind of heelish, sort of. Maybe he is a full blown heel this time around. I don't know.
I don't know. That return seemed like he was full blown heel. But
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I guess we'll have to see on Friday. What he has to say about, like, why did he attack LA Knight? Like, I don't know. We'll find out.
Dragon Viper.
Maybe I think it's great AJ came back. I think maybe AJ's saying the same thing I am, that LA Knight is way too popular than he should be, and then he needs to be brought down some pegs, and AJ Styles wants to be the one to do it. So maybe that could be it. Who knows?
He's like, how dare you steal my spotlight?
Yep.
Definitely, he definitely did.
Yeah, he did.
But I think between Randy Orton and LA Knight, I feel like there's mutual respect, but also competitiveness.
I think they've both been and they've competed against each other in the indies and that sort of thing before in the past. Obviously, they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and obviously there is respect, or else they wouldn't be at this point in each of their careers.
Right.
Yeah.
And it looks like, speaking of Randy Orton, his first title match looks like to be the Royal Rumble is against Roman Reigns, and they had a good promo, I thought, to open the show.
Yeah.
Dragon Viper.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a pretty good promo. I hear Ace in my ear right now going, Randy Orton is not going to win that title from Roman. And I don't care what is said. I think Orton will take it, whether, because storylines are known to split off and, change. So I have a feeling that Randy Orton will, if it's at the Rumble, he will end up winning the title against Reigns. And I think Orton's got Roman's number at this point. So
yeah, I mean, he does. But as far as I haven't heard which way WWE is going. But as far as I know at this point, they're gonna finish the story. Cody's gonna win it at Mania. I don't think Orton's gonna win it at the Rumble.
Yeah.
What do you think, Christy?
Yeah, I think Randy's going to give Roman a hell of a fight at the Rumble, at the Royal Rumble. That's what I think. But do I see Randy Orton doing it? I mean, unless something happens that will force WWE to change the outcome of the match, I see it staying the way it is. We'll have, Cody beat Roman at WrestleMania, and I have heard Roman is not scheduled for any more matches after Mania for the rest of the year. So I'm thinking that WrestleMania would be the perfect moment for, yeah, I don't know. I mean, believe me, I'd love WWE to just flip things on a dime and have Randy win the title at the Rumble, but that changes every plan that they have probably already in place for WrestleMania.
You talk about Piper Niven and Chelsea Green not having a lot of matches. Roman hasn't had a lot of matches.
No, he hasn't.
I think I saw
so part-time. It's so annoying.
I saw a thing on Facebook the other night that said that had all these top champions with they're holding their own records, and it said how many Hulk Hogan defended his title with how many days he was champion. Same with Bruno Sammartino. Well,
Yeah.
they came to Roman Reigns and they said Roman Reigns has been champion for 1,200 days, and he has defended his title 59 times. So I'm just
Did they
kind of
say how
like,
many Hogan had defended his title?
I don't remember,
Okay.
but it was in the hundreds or 200, something like
Oh
that.
dear God. Woo.
And but Roman Reigns defended his title 59 times in 1,200 days.
That doesn't
And
feel like a lot, in my opinion.
I'm just it isn't. And I'm just like,
It,
and I guarantee probably 95% of that he had help with the wins.
Usos, Solo,
Paul Heyman had
Paul Heyman.
distractions.
Yep. Oh
So
God, honestly, he's like this. Please.
so, but yeah, that is a terrible defense record.
It is. It sucks.
yeah.
Almost as
And
bad as
I
Lesnar.
saw
In fact, I
too.
think it's worse than Lesnar.
Right, it's worse than Lesnar. And there are wrestlers in other promotions that defended their titles with way more frequency than Roman has. You look at MJF and AEW. I'm trying to think who the TNA champion is, but I think he's defended his title way more times than Roman has. Same
Yeah.
with
And
trying to figure out who the yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, just this year,
Mhm.
Roman has had 11 matches, maybe
Right.
12, but 11
Ooh,
matches, not counting
not a lot.
titles and all that.
Nope.
And then I hate to bring it up, but Dominic Mysterio had over 100 matches.
That's someone definitely. I mean, and that's just him holding an NXT championship. That's not him holding the world title.
Well,
But even Dominic
that,
made the North. I hate to say it, but even Dominic made the NXT North American title feel important because he defended it so many times.
Well, not only did he defend it so many times, but he also brought it to Raw and
He did.
NXT and
SmackDown.
so yeah.
Mhm.
So I
He
mean,
did everything.
yeah. And I don't like the guy, but he did take that title everywhere on every
Mhm.
show. So
Yep, he did.
Roman is just a part-timer, and if he wants to be a part-time wrestler, I get it. I get these guys' bodies get hurt, they get
Mhm.
worn out, they get burned
Yeah.
out, they get I get that. But
Mhm.
to have somebody be champion for as long as he has to be a part-time, they need to drop the belt if they're going to have him continue to be part-time.
Well, I agree with that, and you got to factor this also in terms of just Roman himself. This dude has survived 2 bouts of leukemia, the second bout happening in 2019, so,
Yeah.
and he's having to take, I think, medication and stuff to kind of keep it from coming back, so, I mean, understandable why he would wanna be a part-timer, but I feel like he's too much of a part-timer.
Yeah, and there's other guys
Yeah.
out there that do deserve that title, and it's
Yes.
like he's almost throwing a fit going, "I don't wanna give it up. I don't wanna give it
Mhm.
up."
I
And
said
it's
so
like,
before in interviews, doesn't wanna give it up, but he's not the one in charge of WWE.
no.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to. He's gonna when he's told to drop it, he's gonna have to drop that title.
And so I think they need to get that title dropped, and at this point, with him wrestling less and less every year,
Mhm.
they need to do it soon because, I mean, granted, I don't know if they're wanting to beat Hulk Hogan's record and they want him to beat Bruno Sammartino's record, but that's not okay.
No,
Not
it's
when
not.
you're
I've heard Triple H wants Roman to eclipse Hulk Hogan. I don't know about Nick Khan or the guy in charge of TKO, Ari Emanuel. I don't know what their thoughts are on whether they want Roman to beat Hogan's record.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just think if you're gonna beat a record, you
Mhm.
need to defend that title, you
Oh, yeah,
know, at least 3 times a month.
at least that.
So between 1 and 3 times a month. If you can't, you shouldn't be champion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you defend it either at the beginning of the month
Yeah.
or at the end of the month if you're not on a pay-per-view.
Right. Like, he
Like if
could
you're
have
not
defended
scheduled to
it
be at the
any time
Rumble,
during this month, and particularly because there's no pay-per-views in the month of December.
right?
He
You would
could have,
have to
like, he could have
defend it
done it on
sometime this month.
yeah, he could do, like, say a random episode of SmackDown, maybe.
or even in
I
the
don't
beginning
know.
of January,
You could, yeah. There's like
or you defend
SmackDown's
it at the
version of Day
beginning of
One would
January. I
be
don't,
perfect opportunity to defend the title against somebody.
right.
But
Some big
if it
event.
was suggested to him,
Could
he'd
be in your
probably
hometown.
turn into a crybaby, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm not
He'd probably be
defending
like,
it.
I don't want to defend the title on SmackDown. I don't wanna.
And
I
he'll
can
just
see
bring
that.
out Solo Sikoa the next era of the bloodline.
Yeah. I
So
feel
you
bad for
need
Solo. He's supposedly, I've seen videos of him cutting promos on NXT. That guy is pretty good on the mic, and he's not being given a chance to really
no.
talk, really, do his own promos and really show us who Solo Sikoa really is.
Yeah, it's all Heyman and Roman.
Yeah, it's the Roman and Heyman show.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
That's what it
I
is.
thought it was funny too.
Mhm.
I think when John Cena was back,
Mhm.
him and Solo had a promo,
Mhm.
and Solo talked for a little bit, and
Yeah.
Cena was like, "So that's what you sound like? You don't normally talk that much."
Yep.
There's only Cena did not watch Solo Sikoa in NXT because that guy, his promos were really good. He got straight to the point. He did not mince words.
That's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of mincing words, not that we do here, but
No, we
a
don't.
couple of WWE
Yeah.
contract signings
Mhm.
or extensions. Two of them, they're related. Dominic and Rey Mysterio. They both got extensions. Reportedly happened last month.
Mhm.
So expect another Dominic Rey Mysterio matchup at some point.
Yeah.
In the 5 years,
Maybe.
especially for a retirement match
Yes.
for Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Dragon Viper, what's your thoughts on these two contract signings?
Well, I think you all know that what I think about Dominic's
Of course.
contract signing.
Of course.
Yeah, can
Exactly
he
like
just,
that.
can he just sign and go straight to NXT and just stay
would.
there? That would be a great contract signing. But with Rey
Well,
Mysterio,
Everyone sit
you know,
down and like, here you go. You're in NXT.
yep. With Rey Mysterio, I like the fact he's there. But he's starting to get up there as well with age.
Mhm. Yeah,
And you said it was for 5 years.
I think that's
that's
what you said. Yeah.
that's reported. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Reported.
so I mean, he's been in WWE since 06,
Mhm.
and you're
No,
looking
I
at
think 02,
02.
2002.
was it 02?
Yes.
Because he won the Royal Rumble and then the championship in
Wow.
2006.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're right. It is 02.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's been there for over 20 years plus. He was in WCW before that, and so
He
he's
was.
getting up there in age.
Yes.
I like the fact that he signed this contract for another 5 years. I really do, because I like Ray. I like all the things he does in the ring. Very
He's amazing.
agile. Even at his age, he's still agile. So
619.
it's a good thing. I like that he signed another contract.
Yeah.
Christy?
Oh, I mean, Dominic, whoopee for him. He's going to stick around and going to keep learning. Yeah, I know. Wah. But Ray, love Ray. He's amazing in the ring. I mean, every time he does the 619, I can't help but get excited, and I can't wait. And can't wait to see him do more of it during 5 years or something. Yeah.
Yeah, give or
Yeah.
take. I don't know
Give or
how
take,
much
exactly.
he's going to be on, but
Yeah, I mean, I think
I
it's one of those. It depends on if he feels like he can still go. And if he
I
can't,
think
he'll say something about it.
Mm-hmm. And I guess for this next wrestler, it's a bit of good news, bad news. We'll start with the bad news.
Uh-oh.
Charlotte Flair.
Oh boy.
Be out 9 months. She tore her
Yay.
ACL, MCL, and meniscus. I believe it was.
Yeah, so the same 3 parts of the knee that Seth Rollins tore up in 2015 and knocked him out for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm. And now it's gonna put Charlotte Flair on the sideline for 9 months,
Got
but
that, yeah.
she has a contract extension. Not sure how long, but it is extended.
That's supposed
So I
to
guess
be a
that's
pretty.
good news.
Supposed to be one of the wealthier contracts in WWE. It's understandable. She's been there for a long period of time, and yeah, I know.
So
He's
what do
all
you
like
think of that,
Charlotte Flair.
Christy?
Oh yeah, it'd help me.
What do you think of her getting an extension, Christy?
I'm glad she got it. I mean, I hate the fact that she got injured because nobody deserves to mess up 3 important parts of your knee. I mean,
Yeah, that's not good.
that's not good at all.
Dragon Viper?
You know, I don't like her. I can't stand her. But you
I like her
know,
husband better.
yeah, her husband is a
Andrade Idolo.
little less annoying. But
Just
no,
going.
it's like what Christy said. I don't agree. I don't like the fact that she's hurt because again,
Yes.
like you said, Christy, I don't like it when they get hurt. But on the flip side, I'm glad that she's off TV. I don't have to hear her annoying voice and her annoying ego for the next 9 months. And her contract extension, I'm actually surprised because I thought when her contract would run out, she'd join her husband.
Yeah.
And
she joined Andrade and AEW. I thought that's what was going to happen. Now that her dad is also representing AEW, it would have been perfect. But I guess she feels a sense of loyalty, I guess, to WWE for everything they've done for her over her career.
I don't know, but I thought she would join her husband, join her dad over in AEW, and then when she did that extension, I was disappointed. I'm just like, man, I would have liked to see her over there because then that just means she wouldn't be in WWE. So, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, but on the other hand, she will be out 9 months, and I hope she heals up. But it'll be nice not to see her.
I mean, there's even reports. I know I heard that one first of, well, she's going to go over the AEW and join Andrade. But now there's even rumors of the reverse. Andrade's contract is about up. I think in January will be.
Yeah.
And
right
there's
now,
even
he's
reports of him jumping back to WWE.
The way things are going to AEW now for him, I don't know if he's going to. I mean, he's in the Continental Classic tournament that they're having, and he's actually there's someone online who think he's a favorite to possibly win this tournament because it's unpredictable and you can't tell and you don't know who's going to actually win this. And so he's been getting. So I think this has been the push he's been needing in AEW, being a part of this tournament, and he could be in the finals for all we know, eventually. Because I think they have the final match at their last pay-per-view of the year, World's End, in New York.
They're doing like the
Ring of Honor
World Cup.
Yep, kind of like a triple crown. So it's the Ring of Honor World Championship, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Championship, and the AEW Continental Championship. The 2 titles I mentioned first are currently being held by Eddie Kingston. The last one is a new championship. So that's going to be the 3 belts. Whoever wins that's what they're going to have. And Andrade, like I said, is considered one of the favorites to win it. He's been having one hell of a great tournament run so far.
It's interesting how they do these tournaments over there compared to what WWE
They've done
has
2
done.
Owen Hart Cup Foundation tournament, 2 Owen Hart Cup tournaments, and I've been happy with the results both times, and the matches have been fantastic. They've been really good.
And I'm reading too that apparently William Regal is going to have a return at some point.
Yeah, it was because of his AEW
Back
contract.
in WWE.
Yeah, he could not be shown on camera. So I think this is when his AEW contract expires, and then Mr. Regal can be on camera. What he's going to do on camera, I don't honestly know. He could be like a mentor to Adam Pearce on Raw or Nick Aldis on SmackDown. We don't know.
I see him going to SmackDown.
Yeah, being Nick Aldis's have Nick Aldis as his apprentice. We shall
So-
see.
So going back to Charlotte Flair, who could step into that role? Because she was supposed to have WrestleMania, a WrestleMania match, but
I think
that's
it was
not gonna
against
happen.
Bianca. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
who do you think
Boy.
is going to replace Dragon Viper?
Oh, I'd say I mean, did they say who she was going to go against?
I've heard Bianca Belair is one
Oh,
name I've
Bianca.
heard floating around. Bianca, yeah.
I'd say probably Becky Lynch. I'd say Tony
No, Tony Storm's in AEW.
I know, that's why I stopped. Shotzi.
Maybe. I'd like to see her get a chance.
Or I'd have to say Liv Morgan comes back and takes that spot.
Maybe.
What do you think, Christy?
Yeah, possible. It could take Charlotte's place. I think Becky's going to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. But I think Dragon Viper mentioned some good ones. Shotzi Blackheart, Liv Morgan. Once her legal, once she, everything with her legal trouble settles down, there's a couple of possibilities right there.
Nothing like Jade Cargill?
Maybe Jade Cargill, but I don't know. I see Jade debuting at the Rumble, and then I don't know about everything else. I mean, I think it's possible.
Because I kind of feel like the women's Royal Rumble is wide open.
Yeah, it is.
I
With
kind of
Charlotte out, I
have
mean,
a thinking
anybody
of
can really
the
win.
men. I kind of have a thinking on the men who could win it, but on the women's side, I feel like it's a, an open field.
Well, on the men's side, I had Gunther winning, but he's still the Intercontinental Champion. So, and the obvious prediction people are saying is, oh, CM Punk. Let's CM Punk.
That's who I'm thinking.
No.
It makes well, yeah, it makes sense actually.
Yeah,
But you know what?
But this is just to fuel his ego and cave into the demands that he had. Like, I want to win the Royal Rumble. I want to main event WrestleMania.
No, not Punk. No.
Punk, no.
Why? Okay, Dragon Viper. Why not Punk?
Because it's, I don't know. It's too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's too predictable. I know they like to do things that are very predictable.
Yes.
But I don't see it. I do not see CM Punk winning it. It's almost as bad as Cena.
Yeah. I mean, I think with Punk, it's like I said, it's just his caving into his demands. He wants to win the Royal Rumble. He wants to main event WrestleMania. And there's a rumor going around he could main event night one of WrestleMania against Seth Rollins for that World Heavyweight title, which I think is a bad idea because he just came back, and that's not a good thing. I know Seth needs time off because of his back, but I wouldn't do that to him. I just wouldn't.
But if Punk wins it and takes it off of Rollins.
I mean, yeah, Rollins gets the time off he needs, but I would think, yeah, but we saw what happened last time CM Punk had a championship.
Yep.
Down the drain.
Well, and only that,
and he got fired from AEW. So
and the thing is that I don't think they really want to anger so many people in the back because so many people have been there for years working hard trying to get to the top. They bring CM Punk back in and instantly give him a title. Really? After 9 years?
That's not fair to the other people in the back.
Of him throwing fits at like a little kid and temper tantrums and
fighting people
and fighting people. And then he comes back 9-10 years later going, hey, I want this. Okay, you can have anything you want. Here's a title. And that's
Here's
gonna
your Royal Rumble win.
make a lot of people angry in the back. I mean, Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins are already mad that he's back.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
now
definitely.
they're gonna piss off
But
more
are they?
people.
That's the thing. Are they?
I know Rollins is because Punk said crap on that old FS1 show, WWE Backstage. He talked crap about Seth. He talked crap about Becky, which not fair, by the way. You don't do that. So, so I think Seth has more legitimate beef with Punk than Drew McIntyre does, but I'm sure McIntyre doesn't like Punk either. And he's like, great, you're taking my spot. How dare you?
That's exactly it. Drew has been trying to get that belt back, and then CM Punk comes in, and there goes his chance.
Exactly. I mean, McIntyre didn't get the chance to win his WWE Championship in front of fans. He beat Brock Lesnar, and there was nobody in the building. During the pandemic, and that was not fair to him at all. And so he deserves to have his chance to win it back in front of the very fans that have loved and supported him for years. Even when he was even after he got fired and went to other promotions and then came back and began, through NXT.
Who do you think is going to return? There's no speculations I've seen, but who would you like to see return? It could be a one-off kind of thing. It could be just out of the blue.
Sasha Banks.
Yep, that's one name I've heard, but I've also heard another rumor going on that she could be joining her good friend, the TNA Knockouts champion Trinity, over in TNA, what used to be Impact Wrestling.
Yep.
So that would make sense. I know she and Bayley are still very close friends. So if this, according to someone I talked to, he thinks Bayley's going to get kicked out of Damage Control. It's going to be maybe 3-on-1, 3-on something, and then Mercedes' music hits, Sasha Banks' music hits, and she comes back. But I don't know.
Now I've heard rumor of at WrestleMania, the 4-horsewoman. Although that was the plan before Charlotte got hurt.
That was the plan before Charlotte got hurt. Yeah, it was Becky versus Bayley versus Sasha versus Charlotte.
Right. And then going up against Damage Control, what was left of that?
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to wait.
Yep, now we're going to have to wait.
And that's probably what was going to happen. But who knows?
Yep. Charlotte's injury probably threw a wrench into a lot of plans they had for that.
Who else?
We don't know if there's, and I don't know if we don't know if Sasha or Mercedes still has some hard feelings towards WWE because of everything that went down.
I think all of that had to do with Vince.
Probably, and I mean, we don't know if Triple H was in her and Trinity's corner or not. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I did hear, though, that Aleister Black's no longer contracted with AEW. So maybe he'll make a return. Yeah, I read it last night.
Huh.
I'll have to look that up. I
think one of the last times a rumor like that popped up that he was not under contract, he had to go on Instagram and post something about, look, I'm just taking a little time off to get myself mentally back into a good place.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was last night I read it. Yeah. But one of the things that's happening in AEW, they're going to have World's End, and the tag title match was originally supposed to be Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega versus Ricky Starks and the gentleman formerly known as Big Cass. But because Omega I think he's either really sick or injured, something like that, that's up in the air. And one tag team I heard that might possibly step up is
the Deadly
Aleister Black or Malachi Black and Brody King, otherwise known as Kings of the Black Throne, might step up.
Yeah, I heard Kenny Omega's injured.
He is injured, yes.
He's been in the hospital.
Yeah, he posted a picture of himself from his hospital bed. I'm like, oh my God. Hope he's all right.
But CJ Perry's been injured too. So I mean,
yeah, she was in the hospital. She had the infection in the finger, went to the arm. She had to undergo surgery. And right now she's in a storyline as Andrade's manager, which is infuriating her real life husband, Miro, formerly Rusev. So there's that
Mm.
going on as well.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Well, and I guess another contract signing in a way
Mhm.
was Bray Wyatt.
Legends contract,
Kinda,
yeah,
with
with all the
Yeah.
with
his
the money
family.
going to his family is JoJo and his children, and that's good.
So that's good. At
That
least
would
they got
be
ability there.
yeah.
But I think on
I'll be right back.
the women's side of the Rumble, it's too open.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is too open. You know, you had Charlotte, which was a good
love you.
possibility, but you had
Hi.
that, and then now that she's out, it's anybody's game, anybody's match at this point.
That whoever wins is most likely going to challenge Io. And the reason why I say that is since Elimination Chambers in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
Rhea has the belt. She's from Australia.
Yes,
They're going
she's
to put
from
that title on the
Adelaide,
line.
Australia.
Right,
Oh
and they're
my
going to put
God.
the title on the line in the chamber.
Ooh. Yeah,
That's
she
what I'm
recently
thinking.
went down to Australia to do some publicity to promote Elimination Chamber down in Australia. So she was on like talk shows and all that stuff promoting this
Yeah, she was
pay-per-view
on
event.
their version of Today Show.
Yep, she was.
But
Yeah, and I think Dominic Mysterio was with her. There we go. I was waiting for the Dragon Bite
I had
right
to.
there. You
I
had
had
to.
to. I had to motion about it.
That's why I was like, wait, if I say his name is Dragon Viper, going to do the eye roll? Yes, he is. Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
but I think it'll be part of the chamber match in Australia
Yeah,
for the women's
probably.
title.
Which I'm still not going to get up early in the morning to watch it. I'm like, no, I can't. I like
I
my
don't know what
sleep.
time it'll start, but
It's going to be on, I think, in the afternoon or something in Australia. I don't remember what time they've got it set for, but I know it's going to be early morning
2
here in
a.m.
the United. Yes. So it'd be about 1 a.m. my time, and then was it midnight on Pacific Standard Time, I think? That is way too early. There are those of us who need to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like,
Is
come
this
on
on
now.
a Saturday?
Yes. Well,
yes, it's on a
yes.
Saturday.
Yep, I'll be
Sunday for
asleep.
them, Saturday
Yes,
for
so I
us.
think we'll all be asleep.
Because I got to work Saturday day, so
yeah,
I'll be
I don't
asleep
know.
for work.
Yeah,
If you're
I gotta find out
if
my
you're in
schedule
Australia,
before.
it'll be Sunday.
Yeah, because of the good old international dateline. Oh Lord. And then you have after us, they got Backlash in Paris, France. I'm like, oh God. WWE going international before you know it. They're gonna announce Money in the Bank in. Let me throw a random one out here.
Germany.
Hey,
There you go.
Tim would like that. Tim would like that.
Oh my God. I don't even want to think about it. Oh, jeez.
But it should be a fun time coming up
It should
for
be.
the
Mm-hmm.
wrestling.
It's gonna be good.
Any other news anybody has?
Let's see.
Because I don't have anything. Dragon Viper?
No. Oh.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Christy.
Yeah, I found match between Dragunov and Ridge Holland. It was on NXT tonight. This might have been taped. I don't know. We called up off because it's seen a video here. They're showing Dragunov getting put in a stretcher.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was supposed. Yeah, and oh God, if this is legitimate, this is the second wrestler Ridge Holland injured. I know it was probably an accident. It's like what happened with Big E. Or it could be a storyline. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with NXT and everything.
So I do have a question.
Okay.
So supposedly, MJF's contract expires in January.
Right.
For who?
Do you think he's MJF?
Oh yeah.
Do you think he's going to sign? And if he doesn't, and he hypothetically ends up over at WWE, do you think it would be a good match between him and The Miz? You don't
I
think
think
so?
I don't. Me personally, I don't. I think he has re-signed with AEW. They just have not officially announced anything yet. And I think if he retains that AEW World Title against Samoa Joe at World's End towards the end of this month, then that is the biggest indicator that he has re-signed with AEW and plans on staying there. I mean, he's really been one of those cornerstones that's really helped AEW grow and develop and grow over the years.
Yeah, and they're falling apart.
Oh, I don't know about
Cena
that.
needs to Cena needs to open up a little bit of a Doctor of Thugonomics and do a promo battle.
Oh boy.
Promo battle
That should
with
be the first
MJF.
introduction.
Oh my god, MJF would just tear him to shreds. Absolutely. I mean, I have watched like he and CM Punk had a promo battle, and holy crap, it was. Woof. What happens when you let two guys?
Good, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's what happens when you let two guys go off on the mic. These were two guys who could deliver really good promos if given some freedom.
What I would like to see is because I actually saw this picture on Facebook and I thought it was kind of funny, but Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the managerial services of Paul Heyman with Paul Heyman hanging above the ring in the cage.
In the shark cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out who is it. Will CM Punk get his wise man back? Will Roman keep his wise man, or what will John Cena do with the guy? I don't know.
No, welcome
to the first ever Battle of the Wise Man.
It's a triple threat match.
So I'd like to see that kind of match.
And then special guest, Ryback.
WWE is never going to let Ryback return at all. He's talked so much crap about him. They're all like, no, we don't want anything to do with him.
Ring announcer would be Rhino.
Oh no!
I'm naming a bunch of Paul Heyman recipients.
RVD is in there, you know.
Oh my god!
No, RVD's managing the manager. He'll be managing Paul Heyman as he's managing everybody else.
Wow.
You need second in command.
Oh dears.
Now that'd be a fun match if it happened.
It would be. Yeah.
But everybody thinks that Paul could turn back over to CM Punk like he did with Lesnar.
They've been talking about Heyman turning on Roman in favor of someone else for a long time, and it just hasn't happened yet. So I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, same way.
It's Chris, you're on mute. Yeah, I think he's talking.
I see. He put Cena put MJF scarf on social media, or like a blurred picture of it.
Oh no! Like they did Jey Uso's Yeet shirt, like that one time.
Hey, now you can buy the blurred version. For real. Somebody put that.
You can. I've seen it online. I've seen it on Twitter. Yeah, go to www.shop.com. You can buy the blurred out Jey Uso Yeet shirt. They got that whole trademark thing figured out. So basically, Jey Uso's not going to have a problem wearing that shirt. Thank God.
I thought it was funny. Cody Rhodes was promoting like the WWE product,
Mhm.
and they showed a Gold Dust action figure,
You
and
mean
he moved it
Stardust?
to the back. Yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah.
and he moved it to the back. He's like, nope.
Nope.
Mm.
Well, there he is right
Yeah.
here. I mean, his AEW figure. This was a rare one. Oy.
Well, as we close out for the evening, any final
Okay.
thoughts? Chris, we'll start with you.
All right, well, thank you to everyone who watched, and see what definitely some more shows coming up like Entertainment Hour and all that, and just hope everyone has a nice night. And can't wait for next week or whenever we get together to
Yeah.
talk wrestling because Christmas is coming around in a few days.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Viper, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for watching. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas next week, since Christmas is next Monday.
Mhm.
And I hope everybody has a good night.
Yes, I hope everybody has a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We'll definitely be back next week for another Between the Ropes. I think Monday's going to be a best of show. I've heard rumors of because it is the holidays.
Yeah, it is. So I think
for
it's going to
Raw.
be a best of. Yeah, I think it's going to be a best of. I think.
So we'll probably go over some of the top moments of wrestling on that show, possibly, and
Mhm.
we'll be back next week for a brand new Between the Ropes. So with that, have a great holiday and great week.